We're just going to jump right into my 2025 Don't Talk to Robots National Review with my second half of all my pickups. Let's go! We're starting to get into some cooler Chrome cards. I love finding Chrome cards for under $1 because I feel like that is a pretty sweet deal. So we got some Bowman throwback cards here. Liberatore and Christian Pache, 31 out of 50. Not too bad there. There is these diamond cards from, I believe, 2015 in a bunch of different Bowman sets. So it's really hard to figure out what, I mean, once you look at the checklist, it's a little bit easier. But anyway, it's really hard to kind of, do I have this one? Do I need it for what that set? So I got 3 out of 20 for this set. And that was Mike Piazza. Who's this dude? Lucas Giolito. And I don't know who that is. Julio Urias, 4 out of 25. So got a little bit of ways on that set. I love this year's Rookie of the Year favorites. That was in 2024 or 2025. Future Doug will let you know. Kevin Alcantara for your Chicago Cubs. Nick York. This must be 2025. Yes, because the next ones are from 2024. 2 out of 15. Those are the only ones. Mason Wynn, Rafaela Dominguez, Jason Dominguez, and 15 out of 15. That finishes a set. That is pretty sweet. So I'll need to show that off on a short sometime, the complete Rookie of the Year favorite set. Sights on September. Oh, double. Throw that in the doubles pile. And just got 2 of those, Jordan Walker and Kumar Rocker. 19 out of 20. Just need one more for that one. Modern Prospects, 18 out of 20. Found this Spotlights, really like these cards, and I'm 16 out of 20, so getting close on that one too. I think the Spotlights that I have left are the more expensive ones, like Ellie De La Cruz and stuff. I would love to finish this Titans set. We got Jordan Walker, Vladdy, Julio Rodriguez, Joey Votto, 6 out of 10. I believe these are all from Update. Action Stars, Chrome, Jazz Chisholm, Yordan Alvarez, 12 out of 30. Here we go. Oh, and so this is something I didn't notice at the time, but if you can tell, this is actually a logo fractor. So this needs to go in the TCDB pile to see if anybody wants that one, because I'm not going to try to complete it in the logo fractor, but I am going to try to complete these Future Stars in the regular Chrome. Josh Jung rookie there, 12 out of 20, not too bad. Picked up a few for that set. And then we got some Future Stars, some more Future Stars. And okay, so this must be the regular set, 14 out of 20. The update set, I am 2 out of 20. So there you go. I just started that one with these. Piles are maintaining integrity. Let's keep going. We got 2 Chrome Stars of the MLB, 14 out of 60. Got a lot of ways to go on that one. This is a really random one that I've just collected these. They're Dawn of Glory from some release of Bowman Chrome, from a Bowman Chrome release. But I've got 11 out of 20, just kind of slowly collecting that. And I'd really like to collect this one from 2021, the 1992 throwbacks, and that is 24 out of 50. So almost to the halfway point on there. Are you still with me? Let's keep going. Check out these blueprint cards. Got Julio and Ken Griffey Jr. Really like that one. And Ronald Acuna Jr. That brings me to 14 out of 25. And trying to always complete the Chrome throwback sets. Josh Jung gets me 19 to 20. Almost done with that one. 11 out of 50. This must be the regular set. And then I think these are probably update ones. 24 out of 50. Not too bad there. And then these are from 2025 Chrome. So these are the first throwback ones I got of these. And these weren't exactly, I think they were probably averaged out to be about $1 each or so. Maybe, maybe I got this whole stack for $5 or $7. Not too bad. But Garcia, Rodriguez, Mookie Betts, Churio, Lindor, Kevin Alcantara, and Brooks Lee. So excited to get those, and I'm 7 out of 20. So again, those are the first ones that I picked up. Let's go back to 2024 and the year of 1989 throwbacks and check out some paper that I picked up. Corbin Carroll, Cup card, 56 out of 100. Got a little bit more to go on that set. Ken Griffey Jr., I feel like I'm really close with the Celebration of the Kids set. 20 out of 24, I am close. Picked up one Mojo card, 2 out of 100. Might not be able to make that one. Who knows? I really like the pearl refractors on this one. We got Henry Davis and Barry Larkin. 3 out of 100. So I only got one more. I think I have more of the all-star ones in that set. And then some chrome. I think the last 2 or 3 years, maybe starting in the 1989, so 2023, they had the throwbacks in regular chrome and chrome updates. So it gives you, I guess, 40. I think it's 20, maybe 25. Well, we'll find out here in a second. So these are probably from update. Yeah. CU means it's from update. 7 out of 20. So I feel like I'm making some good progress on that set as well. Now we get into the fun stuff. I really was stoked to find these cards from 2024 Heritage, I believe. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Hopefully I'm right. Really like these cards. They just remind me of my youth and like flashcards and like going to the library and like looking at books and stuff like that. So these are all nickname cards. Like, so Moose is Mike Moustakis. Flying Squirrel is, of course, Jeff McNeil. Hawk is Andre Dawson. Goose Gossage. And then we got the actual teams, the Orioles, the Tigers, Rhino, Ryan Sandberg, RIP, Polar Bear, Pete Alonso, the Marlins, the Cardinals, and the Tampa Bay Rays. That brings 12 out of 20 for that set. Another fun, yeah, we'll do this one first. I'm gonna hide my vintage card. I don't want to give it away quite yet. I pack pulled this Cody Bellinger Allen Ginter 2024 Relic with the pinstripe out of a fat pack I just picked up at Target. And so I'm like, I really like that one. And so I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna pick up all of the Cubs relics in this design. I just really like the flowers. It has just a cool look. It's kind of the alternate relic design for 2024. So started off with Cody Bellinger, and then these are all ones that I picked up at the show. I got a Kenny Lofton bat relic. I was also trying to find unique relics so that they were all kind of different. So Cubs legend, Kenny Lofton. We have a Dansby Swanson with a dark blue, and then a little bit lighter blue, we got Ian Happ. I picked up this Nico Horner on eBay. So I had that Bellinger and the Nico Horner, and then Andy convinced me to buy this Nico Horner because check out that game-used dirt on the jersey. Pretty cool there. And a Christopher Morel, no longer on the Cubs, but always in our hearts, bat relic as well. I am pretty close with this set. I am 6 out of 9. I think there's another Christopher Morel version. I think he has a bat relic and a jersey relic. And then I need the Pete Crow Armstrong and a Mark Grace to finish that set. Pretty stoked to have all of these in the PC. I thought that was a fun little set to complete from 2024. Allen and Ginter. Next up, Bellingham Griffeys. I love finding Bellingham Griffeys at card shows, and the National was no exception. Check this out. This is a leaf, and I do have this leaf, but this is one that has no period after the INC. So it's a different variation. And I have this classic one in the red, but I needed one in the blue. So I was excited to pick that one up. And in just case you're wondering, Bellingham. Most of the leaf ones from the early 90s have his Bellingham stats on it. So got all of those ones. Love the star cards when I can find one. This is a star gold, purple. And of course, Bellingham there from 87. This is one that I have. I actually have this whole Clubhouse series set, but this one is a little bit different because it is a promo. And so that means it's a different variation. But again, always got to have Bellingham on the back. I had never seen this one before. Minor League Legend. So this is off of one of his minor league cards, but I think this is from 93 or something. But you can tell definitely by the back that is a very custom kind of oddball card. He batted 320 at Bellingham. So that makes this a Bellingham Griffey. Picked that one up for a couple bucks, and they definitely ripped off one of the Fleer designs. 87 Fleer? 88 Fleer? We're so far into this, I have no idea. And then I have almost all of his minor league cards, but I don't have this one. San Bernardino Spirit. I have another one where he's throwing, And I believe there's there's 2 other variations with like a gray and a blue background from when he was on San Bernardino. So I need to pick those ones up as well. And of course, Bellingham Griffey. That one's pretty sweet. It only has Bellingham on it. What is, I've got all these Bellingham Griffeys. I've got a whole box of them over here. What's exciting about that is when I added them all to TCDB, I reached a new milestone. That's right. In case anybody was following along, I have now reached 101 Bellingham Griffeys. Super stoked to cross that threshold. Over 100 unique cards. Griffeys that have Bellingham somewhere on them. Thanks for following me along on this journey. Can I get to 200? Who knows? It gets harder and harder, but I do find a handful of them every once in a while. Last thing I'm going to showcase for this video is my vintage card pickup. One of my very first pickups was this Cliff Aberson I got a couple years ago at a card show. I added this one as well. It's got some overprint on it, so I love both of these ones. If you don't know, Cliff Aberson went to Amundsen High School where Skylar and Kaelyn go to high school, so I thought these are some pretty cool Cubs cards to add to my vintage PC. And so there's also a variation where he has a short sleeve. These are the more common ones. The short sleeves are the more rare. And so I was looking around the National, I think it was Friday, where I hadn't seen it at all, so I was getting a little bit discouraged. I found it in a case, and I asked the guy, can I see it? And he pulled it out, and so I didn't know how much it was gonna be. He pulled it out, and it had this on it. It had 125. I was like, would you do 100? And he said, yes. So I got a sweet deal. Check this beauty out. It is a SGC4. It really pops. It's got the short sleeve variation. So my Cliff Aberson rainbow is now complete, but you can see kind of just the difference of how bright the colors are on this one. Super stoked to find this one for a great deal at the National. And so it was always Eddie's Cardboard Chaos always said it's good to pick up a big card at a show to remember that show for. So this is my big card for the 2025 National. I just showed you a whole bunch of cards. I want to know, what was your favorite card that I showed you? Let me know in the comments. Again, stay tuned. I'm going to shout out all the people that we ran across, hung out with at the National in part 2. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to rock and roll.